Final Four here of the Tri-County Conference Championship bracket. The winner of this game will play in the bracket championship game on Friday against either Deptford or Overbrook. So Wildwood comes in as the number 2 seed, Timber Creek the 3. These teams are very similar in how their seasons have gone. Timber Creek, it's amazing. Timber Creek and Wildwood each lost their opening games on the road by 2. Both are undefeated since. Timber Creek, as a matter of fact, has not played a game that they have not, since then, that they haven't won by double digits. Wildwood has won every game except one by double digits since then. So this should be a terrific matchup. Timber Creek is huge. They are awfully big. They've got 2 6'5" kids, a 6'4" kid, and a 6'8" kid on the roster. And Wildwood, of course, is guard heavy, but Omarion McNeil is one of the better big men. But this will be a great matchup between 2 of the best big men in this conference. Austin Green for Timber Creek, who averages 27 a game and 14 rebounds, and Omarion McNeil for Wildwood, who averages 19 and a half and 12 and a half rebounds. So that's something to look for. But a lot of juice in the gym, even though we don't have a lot of fans. We're really looking forward to this one, buddy.
Absolutely, Brian. Both teams, they come out. You can feel their energy. You know, they know how big this game is. I mean, hey, it's who wins tonight advances. Who doesn't, you know, the season's over. And this Timber Creek team, I mean, you hit it right. They lost to Deptford by 2. Wildwood lost to Pensgrove by 2. Then they both reeled off 12 straight wins. And as you said, Timber Creek beat everybody by double digits, which is quite impressive. Wildwood beat everybody but Gloucester Catholic. Up there, they beat them by 2, which is still, everyone else they beat by double digits. So that's still, you know, very, very impressive.
Didn't I just say all that?
Yeah, but, you know, I want to make sure whoever tuned in late.
Okay.
And Austin Green, their 6'7" senior, as you said, averaging just under 28 points, under 15 rebounds. You know, he's the man. He's a man-child. And it's going to be very interesting. One thing is, he's a tall, skinny 6'7", but that, you know, his first step is quick. Watching him in warm-ups, but you know, then they come down with Kobe Miller at 6'3", Ahmad Roberts at 6'5", and then they have Chase Marriott Jr. He's 6'8". So this team, if Wildwood needs to come out, play smart, they're going to need to have good help side defense. They have to box out. I mean, that's going to be one of the keys.
So Wildwood is, they were a winner 87-66 over Highland, and Timber Creek 57-40 over Pensgrove in the opening round to get here.
And, you know, and obviously now they're sitting back to see who wins the Deptford game, where will Wildwood end up if they do win. You know, if Overbrook beat Gloucester Catholic, correct?
Yes.
So if Overbrook can upset Deptford, then the Warriors will get another home game playing for the conference championship here Friday night. But if Deptford is victorious, then Wildwood would have to travel up to Deptford to take on Deptford for the conference championship. But, you know, I don't want to put the cart before the horse, not here tonight, because this is going to be a very, very tough game. It's a great matchup, as you said.
All right, so high school basketball on 98.7 The Coast, proudly brought to you by Crest Savings Bank, banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit CrestSavings.com. Hemingway's at the Grand in Cape May, the locals' favorite restaurant for lunch or dinner. Hemingway's, oceanfront on Beach Avenue in Cape May. Follow them on Facebook. Sound advice and video the local source for all your audio and video needs. Sound Advice, 336 96th Street in Stone Harbor, or log on to visitsoundadvice.com. 19th Hole Enterprises would like to wish everyone the best of luck in tonight's game. McMichael's 19th Hole in North Wildwood is available for landscaping, patio design, and house raising. And so both of these teams have finished their warm-ups. They are at the benches. Timber Creek comes in. They are 12-1. They are the champions of the Tri-County Royal Division. They've won 12 straight. They're coached by Rich Bolds, and they will wear the away blue uniforms trimmed in gray and white. Wildwood is also winners of 12 straight. They are also 12-1. Coached by Scott McCracken, 12-1 overall. As I said, 10-0 in the Tri-County Classic Division, and they are the champions of that division. Of course, they'll wear their home whites trimmed in maroon and black. Starters for the game for Timber Creek. Buddy mentioned Austin Green, the senior forward, Ahmad Roberts, a junior, Colby Miller, a senior, Chase Murray, a junior, and Brian Warren, a sophomore. They are going to play the national anthem here, so we're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back. We'll have Wildwood starting lineup and the opening tip. High school basketball, coastsportstoday.com and 98.7 The Coast. Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbotten, semifinal in the Tri-County Conference Tournament between Timber Creek and Wildwood. We gave you the Timber Creek starters before the break. For Wildwood, junior Hans, a freshman, starts at the point guard position, alongside Ernie Troiano, a junior. Deontay Miles and Seamus Fines are seniors. And Omarion McNeil, the only true post player that Wildwood has, a junior playing down low for the Warriors. High school basketball on the coast, brought to you in part by the Cape May County Commission. Don't let your guard down until the game ends. Mask up, remain socially distanced, and stay informed. For the latest info, visit cmchealth.net. Three officials for the game: Mike Strickland, Mike Collins, and Danny Stefankowitz. And we have some of the legends of Wildwood sitting to our left. Ray Engel and Jamie Peterson. Swapping lifeguard stories, I'm sure, as they sit in the front row to enjoy this one.
And they're definitely not the type we can put on FM radio.
All right, so it's Wildwood and Timber Creek. And we are about set to go here. Chris Knoll on the live video stream on coastsportstoday.com, as well as the Coast Sports Today Facebook page. Wildwood has won the toss. They will have the basketball to start the game. And here's Ernie Troiano with it. He'll work against Colby Miller. Troiano bounces to Hans. Hans holds inside the division line, flips it over to Seamus Fines. Left side to Ernie Troiano. Bounced in the post to Fines. Back to Troiano. Troiano down the lane, stripped. And Timber Creek has it. Running is Warren. Warren holds. Swung on the left side to Roberts. Roberts gets it up to Miller. Roberts again on the left side against Deontay Miles. Roberts trying to drive to his right, goes to Green. To Miller. Miller against Hans. Passes, and that's backcourt. No one saw it, but stolen away by Hans to the basket. Layup no good, out of bounds off of Timber Creek. Miller dribbled that ball on the division line, and the trail official didn't see it. But Wildwood went down there, and they'll have the ball after the missed free throw. They get it in the post to McNeil. McNeil is fouled. He is held and fouled, I believe, by Austin Green.
No, it's going to be Chase Murray, Brian.
Austin Green on the foul.
Austin Green.
Stick with me, buddy. I won't lead you wrong.
But Chase Murray was down there all over.
Bounced in the post. Oh, Troiano dropped it. It's another turnover on Wildwood. Colby Miller picks up the loose ball. Here's Roberts, right side. Holding against Seamus Fines. Now here's Green, picked up by McNeil. Green brings it up high to Warren. Foul line jumper now is no good. Long rebound to Marion McNeil. Outlets to Deontay Miles to the basket. Layup is no good. That's two missed layups for Wildwood. Here's Green ahead of the pack. Point from behind and out of bounds. And, a foul is called against the Marion McNeil here.
Coach Scott McCracken not happy with that call. And that's going to be McNeil's first personal foul.
And they can't afford to have him in foul trouble.
No. So the two big guys, Green for the Chargers, McNeil for the Warriors, each with one personal foul.
Free throw by Green is no good. 6:34 to go in the first. We still have no score. Second free throw is also no good. Finds the rebound. Fines will bring it up for the Warriors. Takes it and lost his footing, and it goes out of bounds. Timber Creek with it. Colby Miller in the backcourt. Miller on the left side, up to Green, top of the key. Green down the lane, passes, layup is good by Chase Murray. That's the first points of the game.
Yeah. Green found his 6'8" teammate for an easy layup.
Miles to McNeil. McNeil, that really should have been a double dribble. Wasn't called. McNeil to the basket and lays it in. Wildwood got away with one there. It should have been a double dribble on Marion McNeil. Here's Ahmad Roberts with it. Goes to Miller. We're tied at 2. 5:45 to go first quarter. Miller again. Lost it backcourt. That should have been a backcourt violation. Miles never touched that. Here's Green in the corner. Driving to the basket. No good. Followed his own miss, and the layup is good.
Somebody's got to get a body on him, Brian.
That really should have been a backcourt violation on Timber Creek. Miles to the basket, blocked, but a foul. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
And that foul's going to be on Green, Brian. No, check that. It's going to be on number 3 for Timber Creek. Ahmed Roberts, the 6'5 junior. So that's his first. Miles at the line to shoot 2.
First one is good. Deontay leads Wildwood, 21.4 points per game. He scored his 1,000th career point in the win the other night over Highland. Second free throw by Miles is short. Rebound taken by Timber Creek. Chargers lead 4-3. Here's Warren. Across the timeline against Troiano. Warren kicks it over to Miller. Miller driving over in the corner, faking a 3, probably getting away with a walk was Ahmad Roberts. Drives and has it rejected out of bounds.
Yeah, that time McNeil came over and helped side. Brian did a good job of denying Roberts that lane to the basket.
They get it in high to Roberts in the corner to Green. Green driving to the basket, floater is good. 6-3 Timber Creek. McNeil will bring it up for Wildwood. McNeil takes it right side, pulls up for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound brought down by Murray. Warren driving to the basket, off the glass, no good. Good box out by McNeil, and now we have a jump ball.
Possession will be in favor of Timber Creek. 4:31 to play here in the first quarter. Timber Creek 6, Wildwood 3.
Miguel Claudio into the game for Wildwood. They get it to Green, baseline drive, layup is good. 8-3 Timber Creek. Here's Hans driving, down low to Claudio. Bad pass was tipped, but Miles picks it up, shoots a 3, that's short. Rebound taken by Timber Creek's Roberts. And Wildwood cannot offensive rebound against this team like they can against others. Foul line area jumper is good by Colby Miller. And Timber Creek is out to a 10-3 lead. And Wildwood wants a timeout. 4:01 to go. It's a 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here as Timber Creek goes out to the 10-3 lead. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by the North Wildwood Recreation Center. I'd like to commend all of the fine young athletes in the area for their hard work on and off the court. For info on camps and programs, 522-2955 or northwildwood.com. Troiano & Sons, proud sponsor of Wildwood basketball. Whether you need masonry work, stone pavers, concrete, or more, 522-3355 for a free estimate. That's Troiano & Sons.
And right now, Brian, coming out of this timeout, Wildwood needs to score a bucket. They got to be patient on offense, work the ball around.
Junior Hans into the lane, lost it, got it back, goes up, and scores. Got the friendly bounce. Well, I don't know if it was the way they wanted the bucket, buddy, but they got it, and it's 10-5.
There was nothing pretty about any of that.
Miller on the wing, drives, passes across, Green, layup, got it. Green's got 8.
I'll tell you what, Timber Creek does a great job of finding Austin Green.
McNeil right side, working against Green. Drives to the basket, off the glass and good. Amarion McNeil. He's got 4. It's 12-7 Timber Creek.
Well, that time McNeil took his man off the right side on the dribble.
Driving, shot up is no good. McNeil the rebound for Wildwood. Outlets it too far. Looking for Deontay Miles. Greg Mitchell into the game for Junior Hans.
And Brian, right now, Wildwood really, they need to settle down. They have 4 turnovers here with 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. And a lot of it is hurry shots.
12-7 Timber Creek on top. They get it into Warren. And now Miller will bring it up. Miller against Fines. Foul on Fines reaching in. .253 to go in the first. Timber Creek by 5, 12-7, no inbound. They get it in the backcourt to Warren. Warren against Miguel Claudio, falls down. It's got to be a travel. Goes out of bounds. But Warren fell down and then hopped up. But the ball went out of bounds anyway, and Wildwood will have it.
Yeah, and that was their second turnover against Timber Creek.
Fines right side to Miles. Miles, a deep three, way short an air ball. That is a horrific shot.
Yeah.
Outletted to Green, and they're going the other way. No good. The putback was no good. Here's McNeil running for Wildwood. He is fouled. And Wildwood will have the basketball.
I mean, I'll tell you what, and it's quite obvious that Timber Creek wants to get up and down the floor, as does Wildwood, but they still have to settle down and get good shots.
Miles to Fines. Fines holding. Goes to Claudio. Claudio to Fines. Fines shut off, bounces back to McNeil on the left side. Down low to Fines, kicked in the corner. Miles for three, bang. Good offense by Wildwood there. It's a 2-point game now with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Well, they got to slow down and work the ball offensively.
Warren holding the dribble against Claudio. Slipped by Claudio. Here's Fines, outlets to Miles. Miles to the basket, dips in, layup is good. We're tied.
That was a tough shot.
Here comes Roberts against Miles. In the corner to Green. Green, and it's a bad foul on McNeil reaching in.
That's real bad.
That's his second foul.
That's going to be the third team foul against Wildwood. And as Brian just said, the second personal foul against McNeil. 1:34 to go here in this first quarter. I would think Coach Scott McCracken wants to get him out.
He's out already.
Right.
Here's Roberts. Driving, nearly lost it, still holding the dribble, now loses it. Wildwood has it, and Seamus Fines calls a timeout diving on the loose ball. And, you know, this is going to be a 30-second timeout for Wildwood. High school basketball on the coast is brought to you by Zippy's in Wildwood, your local bike dealer. Zippy's in Wildwood is now shipping to 48 states as bikes are back in stock. Family-owned and operated business, Zippy's in Wildwood supports Wildwood High School basketball. Mitchell Welding and Ironworks, a family-owned and operated structural steel fabrication and ornamental iron company that's been serving the New Jersey region for over 67 years, supports Wildwood High School basketball. And, buddy, we talk about this all the time, and it's tough early in the game. There's so much running through players' heads. But the previous timeout that Wildwood had, an assistant coach has to tell the players, possession arrow is in our favor. If you dive on a loose ball, don't waste the timeout, because we're going to get it on a tie-up. And that was Wildwood's second timeout that they've called already in the first quarter.
Yeah,
tied at 12, 1:15 to go in the period.
And that could come down to haunt them late in the game.
Seamus Fines for three. That's short. Greg Mitchell got the rebound. Got it to Claudio. Fines in the basket. Got him a foul. What a move by Seamus Fines. And Wildwood takes its first lead of the game at 14-12. They were trailing 10-3. So this is an 11-2 run by Wildwood.
That's going to be the second personal foul on Brian Warren.
Free throw is no good. And here comes Timber Creek. Warren driving to the basket, and he is fouled.
I'll tell you what, Warren really took that to the hole hard.
Well, I thought that there were multiple Wildwood players, buddy, that could have gotten into an area to take an offensive foul. Instead, they reached.
Absolutely. Again, help side defense.
Right.
Someone's got to step up and take that charge.
Warren for 2 shots. First one is good.
Seamus Fines, Brian, that's his second personal foul. And a 4th team foul against the Warriors. So right now, Coach Scott McCracken's squad, he has McNeil and Fines with 2 fouls each. 53 seconds left.
Warren makes both free throws. We're tied at 14. And Ahmad Roberts just checked back in for Timber Creek. So here comes Wildwood, tied at 14. Hans brings it up. Timber Creek in zone. Ernie Triano left side. Holding the dribble, bounces back to Hans. Hans dribble penetrates, backs it away. 35 seconds to go. Wildwood has the possession arrow. Maybe they take the last shot if Timber Creek's going to sit back in this zone. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that's what it's coming down to right now, Brian. It's going to be a chess match. And I agree with you.
15 seconds to go now as Hans has it, ready to go. Kicks over to Ernie Triano, back to Hans. Hans to Miles. Miles, a deep 3 off the iron, no good. Long rebound, batted around, and now it's a breakout for Timber Creek. And dunking it at the buzzer is Ahmad Roberts. And Timber Creek takes a 16-14 lead at the end of the first quarter. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. We're back at Wildwood. Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, 16-14 Timber Creek leads. At the Cork and Bottle, their talented and knowledgeable staff love answering your questions and are happy to steer you toward the right classic or funky new spirits. Visit them at corkandbottle.com or check them out in person on Atlantic Avenue in Wildwood. Wildwood Business Improvement District proudly supports the local basketball teams. Downtown Wildwood is open for business and looking forward to your visits. Wildwood trailing by 2 to start the second quarter.
And Brian, in that first,
Triano with it. Goes over to Hans, right side. Hans a deep 3. That's in and out. Rebound brought down by Roberts. Roberts running. Roberts to the basket. Layup's no good. And Green is over the back of Junior Hans. A good box out by the freshman. And Wildwood will have it. That's Green's second foul. The leading scorer for Timber Creek.
So he picks up his second, it's the 5th team foul against Timber Creek. Wildwood has 4 team fouls.
Fines to Triano, pass tipped and goes out of bounds.
I'll tell you what they close out quickly.
Yeah, they defend. Both of these teams defend well in the half court. Ernie Triano into the paint, kicks. Hans a baseline 3, no good long. Rebound brought down by Dana Garner. Garner gets it out to Miller. Miller steps into a 3, that's no good. Long rebound to Junior Hans. He's going to push for Wildwood. Hans, foul line area, stops, pulls up, no good. Rebound battled for. And McNeil comes out of there with it. Jumper is short. Miles, the rebound, his layup is good. What a play by Deontay Miles. We're tied at 16.
And Wildwood needed that. That was a lot of energy by Deontay Miles.
Miller with it against Hans. Miller driving, shut off. Goes up top to Roberts. Roberts traveled with it. And Wildwood will have it.
And that's now 6 turnovers against the Chargers, Brian. We're tied at 16 in the second quarter.
Bad pass by Troiano. Stolen away. Driving is Roberts. His layup is good. With Troiano's got to settle down, buddy. He's got 3 or 4 turnovers already.
3. So he's got 3.
Hans with it. Wildwood trailing by 2. Over to Troiano. Flip to Miles, left side. Miles brings it up high to McNeil. McNeil, top of the key. Takes it right. Dips in. Scoop shot from distance. No good. Rebound to Green. Green running. Green into the paint. Kicks out. 3 ball on the way is good by Chase Murray. Every time Wildwood takes a bad shot, buddy, it results in an easy opportunity for Timber Creek the other way, and the Chargers lead by 5. Here's McNeil, baseline, dips in, layup is good.
Yeah, nobody wanted to step in front of Marion and play, help side there, and he took it right to the hole.
Another 3 on the way is good by Chase Murray. He's got 8 off the bench. Now check that, Chase Murray was a starter, but was out of the game for quite a bit in the first quarter. Here's McNeil down the lane. Scoop shot is no good. Got his own rebound. Layup is good. McNeil with 8. Timber Creek by 4, 24-20. Ahmad Roberts with it. Momentarily stripped by Miles. Got it back. Roberts into the paint. Stripped by Miles. And a foul is called.
Well, Deontay right there, he's got to watch his reaction after that foul was called. That was a foul. I mean, he chopped down right in front of the official. He picks up his first. It's going to be the 15th foul against the Warriors.
Miller gets it in the green. Jumper is good. Once again, I've said this for years about Wildwood, buddy. You can't defend inbound plays with your back to the basket. Seamus Fines had his back to the basket. They basically just threw it over his head right to green. It was wide open. Miles in the paint, lost it. And a double dribble, though, is called on Colby Miller.
And Wildwood catches a break right there. It's going to be the 7th turnover because Colby Miller was going down for a dunk.
Timber Creek by 6, 4.5 to go first half. Here's Hans. Goes to McNeil. McNeil fakes a 3, dips in, and he is called for traveling.
Yeah, he actually traveled twice.
Yes, he did.
On his initial move. And then again right there.
Here comes Roberts. Shamar Swan into the game for Timber Creek. Number 12 if you're watching the video. Roberts, floater on the right side, no good. Rebound to Miguel Claudio. Claudio up the right side. Passes to Miles. Miles back to Fines. Left side Hans, fakes a 3. Baseline drive. Bounces out to Miles. Miles, right elbow area. Goes to Hans on the right wing. Hans dribble penetrates. Pass tipped. Claudio picks up the loose ball. And his floater in the lane is good.
Boy, that was a big recovery by Miguel Claudio.
Saved his teammate from a turnover and got the little floater in the lane. Here's Swan, guarded by Claudio. Got it to Murray. Roberts. Miller left side. Looking in the post, can't get it there. Roberts top of the key. Drives, tied up by Greg Mitchell, but the rebound's brought down by Timber Creek, and the jump hook by Garner is good. That was a great defensive play by Greg Mitchell. Unfortunate bounce for the Warriors. Finds back to Hans. Hans, Miles for 3. Bang! Deontay Miles. And it's a 3-point game with 3 minutes to go first half. Timber Creek 28, Wildwood 25.
Deontay now 2 for 5 from behind the arc.
Swan right side, goes over to Roberts. Roberts asking for a screen, gets it, but then passes it off. Driving, kicking, and the floater is good by Garner. Great pass by Colby Miller.
That was too easy. That was absolutely too easy.
Bad pass by Hans, stolen away, and then Hans is forced to foul to stop a fast break. Tried to really force it into Greg Mitchell in the top of the post area, high post area.
Well, again, Brian, you know, not playing patiently. What does Greg Mitchell want to do with the ball right there?
You gotta, that's know your personnel. Timber Creek with the ball. Murray in the post to Green. Green trapped, passes out, and 3-second violation is called on Green.
It's 30-25. Timber Creek on top. 2:20 to play.
McNeil, left wing three, short. Here is Miller running for Timber Creek. No good. Rebound, loose. Picked up by Fines. He wants to run. Seamus Fines down the lane. Floater, no good. Rebound off of Timber Creek and out of bounds.
So again, Wildwood fortunate right there, Brian, that they're able to retain possession because nobody could come up with that rebound, and it goes out off of Timber Creek.
They get it out to Miles. Miles for three. Bang! Deontay Miles has scored 3 of the first half, and Wildwood pulls within 2.
And that's 2 in a row, Brian, for Miles.
1:50 to go in the half. Here's Warren. Right side to Miller. I think Miller might have gotten away with a walk there, buddy, on that jump stop after catching the basketball. Here's Miller. Driving, lost the dribble, got it to Green for 3, no good. Weak side rebound, Garner, and his jumper is good. Timber Creek by 4, 1:20 to go first half. 1-3-1 now by Timber Creek. Fines over to Miles. Miles with it. Comes over to Fines. Fines backs away. 1 minute to go in the period. Fines goes over to McNeil on the right side. Baseline drive against Green. Dips in. Layup is good. What a move by Amorion McNeil.
That was a pretty move.
2-play game again with 50 seconds to go in the half. Timber Creek by 2. Warren against Claudio. Warren dribbles into a double team. Backs away. Shovels it off, and then stepping on the sideline is Colby Miller. Wildwood can tie the game, take the lead with a 3 on this possession.
And that's the 9th turnover against the Chargers, Brian. And as you said, 32 seconds to go, first half.
Seamus Fines with the basketball. Looks like Wildwood might try to hold for 1 here. Inside 20 seconds now. Fines ready to go. Goes to Greg Mitchell on the right. Back to Fines. Fines goes to Miles. Miles to Fines in the corner. Baseline drive. He stepped out of bounds.
And that hurts. And that's going to be the 9th turnover against Wildwood. 8.3 seconds to play. Second quarter.
The outlet it to Roberts. And Timber Creek's going to call a timeout to try to run a play here with 4.5 seconds to go in the half. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. And high school basketball on the coast is proudly brought to you by the Saratoga Grill. They are a loyal sponsor of Wildwood basketball. Saratoga Grill, 7501 Ocean Avenue in Wildwood Crest, 522-7712. Saratoga Grill is open daily in the summer months. K9 Woody and K9 Vera from the Wildwood Police Department K9 Unit would like to wish the Wildwood Warriors the best of luck tonight. For more info on the Wildwood K9 Unit, follow K9 Woody on Facebook. For the past 6 decades, Kindle Auto Plaza has been a constant supporter of Cape May County and has consistently offered a great customer experience. To be a part of the Kindle experience, contact them at 609-465-5000. Timber Creek with the ball, 4.5 seconds to go. They get it up top to Miller. Miller in the post. It was tipped away, and Timber Creek won't get a shot away. So good defense by Wildwood there to end the period. And it's at the half. Timber Creek 32, Wildwood 30. We've got a good one back after this 4-minute break on 98.7 The Coast. right, back at Wildwood High School, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbon, a very entertaining first half in this Tri-County Conference boys semifinal game of the league tournament. And it's 32-30 Timber Creek on top of Wildwood. And here's your scores for Timber Creek. Austin Green with 10 points. He averages 27 a game. He only had one field goal in the second quarter. But picking up the slack, Chase Murray had 8 points, hit 2 threes in the second quarter. And Dana Gardner with 6 points off the bench in the second quarter. Ahmad Roberts has 4. Colby Miller and Brian Warren each with 2 points. Deontay Miles leads Wildwood with 14. Omarion McNeil has 10. And then 2 apiece for Junior Hans, Seamus Fines, and Miguel Claudio. And of interest to the participants in this game is the fact that Overbrook is leading top-seeded Deptford 57-41 with 6 minutes to play in the game. And if Overbrook holds on to that double-digit lead, the winner of this game will play the league championship game at home. So that'll be something to follow, because Deptford was the number 1 seed, Wildwood was the 2, Timber Creek was the 3. And so it's 32-30. Wildwood trailing Timber Creek here at the half.
And Brian, when you look down at the stat sheet, you know, this game, the reason it's a 2-point game, this game is being played very evenly. Timber Creek shot 14 for 26 from the floor. They were 12 for 22 inside the arc, 2 for 4 from beyond. They had 9 rebounds as a team, 6 defensive, 3 offensive, 2 for 4 from the foul line, and they turned the ball over 9 times. Wildwood shot 13 for 27. They were 10 of 16 inside the arc, 3 for 11 from beyond. And Brian, of those misses, there was some ill-advised shots being taken. From range that was like way too far out, and like a Harry type shot. Like, they need to settle down. You're 10 for 16 inside the arc. Pound the ball, get it inside, drive to the basket. Wildwood had 12 rebounds as a team, so they out-rebounded Timber Creek 12-9. They had 9 defensive, 3 offensive. They got to the foul line just 3 times, and they made 1, and they also turned it over 9 times.
So it's 32-30 at the half, Timber Creek on top. And the winner of this game goes to the league championship game on Friday. And high school basketball on the coast, proudly brought to you by Crest Savings Bank. Banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit CrestSavings.com. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, back with the second half right after this on 98.7 The Coast. All right, back at Wildwood High, Brian Kniff with Buddy Tarbot, 32-30. Wildwood trailing Timber Creek, boys semifinal here in the Tri-County Conference Tournament. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by Hemingway's at the Grand in Cape May, the locals' favorite restaurant for lunch or dinner. Hemingway's, oceanfront on Beach Avenue in Cape May. Follow them on Facebook. Sound Advice and Video, the local source for all your audio and video needs. Sound Advice, 336 96th Street in Stone Harbor, or visit soundadvice.com. 19th Hole Enterprises would like to wish everyone the best of luck in tonight's game. McMichael's 19th Hole in North Wildwood is available for landscaping, patio design, and house raising. The Cape May County Commission wishes the best of luck to all of the local student athletes. Don't let your guard down when the game ends. Mask up, remain socially distanced, and stay informed. For more info, cmchealth.net. And Timber Creek will have the ball to start the second half, leading by 2. So, see a couple of starters for each team have 2 fouls. Marion McNeil and Seamus Fines for Wildwood, and Austin Green for Timber Creek. Chargers with the basketball. Here's Brian Warren working against Ernie Triano. Goes right side to Colby Miller. Miller goes back to Roberts. Roberts for 3, bang.
Wow.
It's a bad double team by Deontay Miles. He left his man, and Roberts was left wide open for 3. Timber Creek by 5.
And that was a nice little pick and roll by the 2 Timber Creek players.
McNeil flips it over to Hans. Hans, a deep 3. Spins in and out. Rebound, saved inbounds by Timber Creek. Pushing is Miller, brings it back out, goes to Warren. Warren to Miller. And the floater by Miller is no good. Seamus finds the rebound for Wildwood, steps in, kicks to Hans in the corner. Miles for 3, airball missed everything, but McNeil follows, blocked. McNeil looking for a foul, didn't get it. It'll go out of bounds and Wildwood will have it. I think Green was fortunate there.
Yeah, I agree with you. There was definitely contact.
They get it into McNeil, layup, no good, a foul, and we'll go to the line for 2 as Chase Murray was guilty of that one.
The 6'8 junior, Chase Murray, he picks up his first personal foul. It's going to be the first team foul here in the second half against the Chargers. And as Brian said, it sends McNeil to the line to shoot 2.
35-30, Timber Creek on top, 7:01 to go, third quarter. Marion McNeil's first is good. He's got 11. This is his first trip to the line. And here's his second free throw. McNeil's one of those very deliberate free throw shooters. And he knocked that one down as well. Wildwood showing 1-3-1 zone pressure here. Here's Warren. Goes over to Miller. Miller back to Warren. Warren to Miller again. In the corner. Chase Murray for 3, no good. Long rebound to Fines. Lost it, but McNeil has it. McNeil into the paint. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound brought down by Roberts. Roberts got it out to Green. Green to the basket. A traveling violation. Give Ernie Triano credit. He got into an area to try to take an offensive foul and cause Green to shuffle his feet. Right side for Wildwood. Driving. Floater, no good. Long. Red shot. Rebound Roberts. Roberts running. Got it to Murray. Murray to the rim and lays it in. Timber Creek by 5. Hans top of the key. Drives into the paint. Shut off. Lost it. Warren picks up the loose ball. Roberts now with it. Roberts up the left wing. Warren. Right side to Miller. Miller off a ball screen. Drives into the paint. Floater. No good. McNeil had the rebound for a moment and then was fouled.
And they're going to call that foul on Colby Miller. It's going to be his first, Brian, second team foul against Timber Creek here in the second half. 5:52 to go. It's 37-30 32, Timber Creek on top, but Wildwood does have the ball.
Right side, McNeil over to Hans. Hans lost the dribble. Bounced to Troiano, stolen away. Stolen away by Warren. Warren to the basket. Layup no good. Murray follows. That is good. And granting Timber Creek a 30-second timeout. And with 39-32, the Chargers on top. 5:29 to go in the third quarter. And high school basketball on the coast, brought to you by the North Wildwood Recreation Center. Proud sponsor of high school sports. For info on all camps and programs, 522-2955 or northwildwood.com. Troiano and Sons, proud sponsors of the Wildwood basketball teams. For masonry work, stone, pavers, concrete, or more, call 522-3355 for a free estimate. And Wildwood needs something good to happen here. Trailing by 7. I want this thing to get away from him here as we approach the midway point of the third quarter. In the post, McNeil, ball fakes once, twice. Missed the layup, though. And Murray the rebound. Outlets to Green. Green along the baseline, threw it away. Hans the steal. Hans across the division line. High post pass. Finds to the basket. Rejected. McNeil followed. And got on the foul. And that's going to go on Green, and it's third. It's his third.
And that's big. That's a big one. Wildwood needed that momentum. They needed to finally score. And McNeil does so. Now he can go to the line for the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And as Brian said, Austin Green picks up his third personal foul.
39-34, Timber Creek. McNeil at the line for a free throw. That's no good long. Rebound. Seamus Fine saved it to Miles. In the paint to McNeil. The layup is good. Great hustle by Fines and a tremendous pass by Miles. And it's a three-point game.
And that was, again, that's what Wildwood needed.
Warren in the post. Stolen by Hans. Hans outlets to McNeil. McNeil into the basket area. Reverse layup is good. 39-38. Wildwood has scored 6 straight after falling behind by 7. Steal by McNeil to the basket. Figueroa no good. Got his own rebound. Turns, shovels the Fines. Layup is good. Wildwood's got the lead, 40-39.
And just like that, an 8-0 run.
Here's near turnover, but Miller now has it. 10-second violation. Timber Creek did not get the ball across the division line in time.
Wow. You don't see many of those called, but that was legit. Brian, you know.
Wildwood by 1, 4:05 to go in the third quarter. Hans over to Fines. Fines fakes, steps in, back to Hans. Hans thought about a 3. Drives into the lane, left-handed floater, no good. Rebound to Green. Green playing with 3 fouls, running, stripped by Miles. Here's Fines running 3-on-2. Fines in the basket, kicks to Miles, fakes a 3, traveled. Travel trying to go around Colby Miller.
I mean, he had a good thought there. Probably should have just fired the 3 initially. But then he decided to pump fake, get Miller in the air, and then he got all kinds of twisted up.
Here's Warren bringing it up. Wildwood goes back to man-to-man. Warren stops, goes to Miller. Colby Miller holds. Up top to Chase Murray. Right side to Roberts. Roberts drive, shut off by Miles. Roberts holds, drives again into the paint, kicks out. 3 ball by Warren is no good. And we have a good box out by Greg Mitchell. And over the back is Chase Young.
And Chase Murray picks up his second. That's the 4th team foul, Brian, against Timber Creek. Here in the second half, 3:17 to go, third quarter, Wildwood has yet to commit a foul. We know Timber Creek coach Rich Bogues is going to be pointing that out to the officials.
Miles with it. driving into the paint, shovels off to Mitchell. Layup is good. What a pass by Miles. And here comes Timber Creek.
A 10-0 run. 10-0 run by the Warriors.
Holding is Roberts. Roberts driving, shut off. Passes out to Young. Young fakes a three, back to Roberts. Roberts a deep three, in and out. Rebound to Miguel Claudio. Claudio goes to Fines. Here comes Seamus Fines. Fines right down the lane. The layup is good. Wow.
I'll tell you what, that was a great move, Brian. Fines saw the seam in that Timber Creek defense. Hard to the rack. He scores the layup and he gets fouled.
So that foul is called on Colby Miller. It's his second, it's the team fifth. Fines to try to complete a three-point play. This is his second trip to the line. He's 0 for 1. That is good. Wildwood by 6. They outlet it to Roberts. Roberts to the basket. Layup is good. We have a whistle here. Oh, a late whistle. They're giving a basket and a foul here to Roberts, and that's McNeil's third foul.
And that was a late whistle. That was a late whistle.
Roberts completes the three-point play. 45-42, Wildwood on top. Fines across the division line. Fines stops, goes to Miguel Claudio. Claudio to Miles. Miles takes it right side, stops. To Mitchell, to Miles. Miles, an 18-footer, no good but a foul. There was a foul away from the ball on Chase Young. And Wildwood's going to have possession underneath. 2:08 to go in the third.
And that was called on Chase Murray, his third.
And
is there a professional athlete named Chase Young?
Yes.
Is he a quarterback somewhere?
No, defensive lineman. Here is Deontay Miles. That's a lot of contact, no foul. The ball goes out of bounds. There's got to be something there.
Really?
Two players end up on the floor.
And Miles comes up limping, Brian. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. 45-42, Wildwood on top.
Garner, backdoor lob does not connect. McNeil comes down with the loose ball. And that's the 7th foul already on Timber Creek as he is fouled. And McNeil will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
And they're going to call that foul on Dana Garner.
McNeil,
6'4" senior.
McNeil, buddy, has 18 points in the game. He's got 8 of them in this quarter. He's 2 for 3 from the line tonight.
And the team fouls are 7-1, with Timber Creek having 7. So Wildwood's going to go to the foul line for the rest of this game. Making free throws is going to be important.
That free throw was no good, and what you worry about is that there's going to be the officials are certainly going to be looking for fouls on Wildwood. There's no question about it. It's just the nature of the game. Roberts to the basket, layup is good, and it's a 1-point game. Wildwood on top. Fine steps into a 3, short, rebound, and out of bounds. Now we have a foul.
They're going to call that on Fines, Brian.
Well, the initial Timber Creek player that rebounded the ball fell to the ground. That should have been a traveling violation.
So Seamus Fines, he picks up his third. 1:23 to go, 45-44. Wildwood on top, but Timber Creek has the ball.
Roberts with the ball. Goes over to Miller. Miller holds, gets a ball screen, takes it to the wing, got it in the post, jumper's no good, tipped up and in, tipped up by Green, no good, in and out. McNeil outlets to Hans, Hans to the basket, missed the layup. Inside a minute to go. Here's Miller, Miller pulls up short, but got the friendly roll. And Timber Creek back on top by one. Here's Miles on the right side. Miles holds. Lost it, out of bounds off of Wildwood. Bad play by Miles.
And again, Brian, where is he going? They got it right. Like you said, we talk about it all the time, situational basketball. How much time is on the clock? The possession arrow is in your favor.
Down low, jump hook, no good. Claudio, the rebound for Wildwood. Gets it out to Miles. Miles to the basket. Ball fakes once, twice. Had blocked. Didn't go up strong. Roberts to Green. Green to the basket. Layup is good. And Timber Creek now, just like that, is up 48-45. McNeil right side. 10 seconds to go in the period. McNeil dips in. Layup blocked. Got his own rebound and is fouled. And that might be on Green. If it is, it's his fourth. That is on Green. That's his fourth foul.
And needless to say, this is a guy, Austin Green, he averages nearly 28 points a game. He only has scored 2 points here in the second half, Brian.
McNeil to the line. McNeil looks exhausted here. Short on the free throw, didn't use his legs.
That's right, he's got to get up on his toes.
Wildwood should have a sub at the table for McNeil right now. He's got 3 fouls. There's 4 seconds left in the period. If he makes the free throw, you really should get him out.
Yeah, he could use the extra breather.
And he banks in the free throw. Looked like he tried to miss it on purpose. I don't know why he would do that. 4 seconds to go. Pushing is Roberts. Roberts a deep three. In and out at the buzzer. The end of the third. Wildwood had taken a 6-point lead. But Timber Creek is back up by 2, 48-46. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. All right, we are back at Wildwood. Brian Kniff with Buddy Tarbotton, and Timber Creek finishes that quarter on a 9-1 run after Wildwood had taken a 6-point lead. So Timber Creek leads 48-46. Interesting development, Buddy. Overbrook beat Deptford 67-62 in the other semifinal. So the winner of this game will play at home on Friday for the championship.
And needless to say, I mean, that's big. They're playing for a right to fight for the championship, and now you can be home.
Hans with the basketball. Goes to Miles in the corner. Timber Creek in zone here. Here's Fines down the lane to the basket. Layup is go. Seamus Fines ties it on the first possession of the fourth quarter.
That was a good look, good find by Deontay Miles.
Here is Ahmad Roberts. Roberts kicks. Young, a deep three. Short. Rebound, Seamus Fines. Lost it. Goes off of Timber Creek and out of bounds. Wildwood can take the lead on this trip. 7:26 to go. We're tied at 48. Hans with the basketball. Splits the defense. Bad pass. But Miles somehow comes up with it in the corner. Gets it out to Fines. Finds to Troiano. Troiano bounces to McNeil. Baseline drive, pulls up short, way short. Rebound brought down by Warren. Warren running, got it to Young. Young to the basket, no good. Rebound, jump hook is good. By Garner.
Wildwood's playing 5-on-4, Brian. Marion McNeil is hurt.
That looks like a cramp. They're grabbing his calf. He's going to have to come out, and he's been big in this second half for Wildwood. He's got 9 of his 19 in the second half.
Who just scored that bucket?
Dana Garner. Pay attention, will you?
I was watching Marion. I was watching him wither in pain.
So McNeil's got to come out. We'll see if he can come back. Wildwood trailing by 2 now. Hans with it. Back to Troiano. Troiano in the corner to Fines. Fines fakes a 3. Baseline drive. Kicks it out to Troiano. Lost the dribble. Bounces it out to Hans. Hans to Troiano. In the corner. Fines for 3. Bang! Seamus Fines.
And that's his first.
Wildwood by 1. Roberts, right side for Timber Creek. Holding against Miles. Roberts still holding the dribble. Drives, kicks. 3-ball by Miller. No, he steps in, shoots a baseline jumper that's no good. Rebound Roberts. And Timber Creek loses it out of bounds. Miller dribbled it off his own foot. Wildwood by 1, 6:07 to go in the fourth. Winner of this game will host the championship game against Overbrook on Friday. Overbrook upset top seeded Deptford.
Under 6 minutes to play in this game. Foul shooting and taking care of the basketball.
Wildwood's pulling the ball out as Timber Creek's in this zone, and they're not in any particular hurry with this 1-point lead. Troiano holding. Still holding. In the corner to Fines. Hans, bad pass. Tipped and stolen away by Warren, and Hans fouls him. Hey, great sportsmanship over there, buddy, by the way, as Timber Creek coach Rich Bolds actually goes over and pats Omarion McNeil on the shoulder, checking to see if he's okay, and then helps him right to the floor as he checks in.
Yeah, talking to Rich Bolds.
I think Coach Rich Bolds has a lot of respect for what Omarion McNeil's done in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, talking to him in the pregame, Brian, I mean, he could tell he was a good guy who really cared about his kids and the kids in general.
Warren goes over to Miller. Miller pass nearly stolen by Miles. Now it's down low in the post. Layup is missed. Rebound saved in by Wildwood. Here's Hans. Hans running behind the back dribble, stops at the top of the key. Goes to Miles. Miles holds. Wildwood still by 1. 5 minutes to go in the fourth. What a basketball game here at Wildwood High. Hans holding. And I actually think Timber Creek wouldn't mind shortening this game either with Green on the bench with 4 fouls. Hans, what a bad shot that was. A floater in the lane that's short. Freshman mistake. And we have a timeout taken by Timber Creek.
It's going to be a full, Brian.
It'll be a full timeout. Wildwood by 1, 4:42 to go in the basketball game. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. All right, we are back at Wildwood. Brian Kniff with Buddy Tarbotten. High school basketball on the coast. Brought to you by Kindle Auto Plaza. They've been a constant supporter of Cape May County for the last 6 decades. To be a part of the Kindle experience, contact them at 609-465-5000. Wildwood by 1, 4:42 to go. Austin Green, who has the 4 fouls for Cedar Creek, is checking back into the game.
Well, you know, it's that time. I mean, it's put up or shut up. You got 4:42 to go in this game. He's just got to go out there and play smart.
Bad pass on the inbound, tipped by Miles. But getting it in the backcourt is Roberts. Roberts into the lane, jumper, banked it in. I don't know if he meant to do that. Here's Wildwood going quickly. Miles to the basket. Finger roll is good, and Wildwood goes back up.
Well, Wildwood not wasting any time, and they push the ball, Brian, and they get a good shot.
Here's a 3 on the way that's short. Rebound. Green, layup, no. McNeil the rebound for Wildwood. McNeil pushing for the Warriors. McNeil to the basket. Floater is no good. Great defense down there. Someone was trying to draw a charge. Green passes over. It's loose on the floor. Timeout called by Timber Creek. And some players come together and teammates do a good job of separating everyone. And we have a timeout on the floor. 53-52, Wildwood on top, 3:57 to go. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. All right, back at Wildwood, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, and Wildwood 53, Timber Creek 52, 3:57 to go in the fourth quarter. Winner of this game will host the Tri-County Conference Tournament Championship game on Friday as 5th-seeded Overbrook upset number 1 Deptford on the other side, 67-62. And we'll see what happens here as we've got 3:57 left, Wildwood up by 1.
Well, and again, Brian, we can't emphasize enough. 3:57 to play. The Warriors have a 1-point lead. You have to make free throws. You have to play strong with the basketball. You can't afford turnovers. And, you know, Wildwood has done a good job here in this second half, especially in this fourth quarter. They don't have a turnover.
Timber Creek to inbound. They get it in the corner. Miller gets it up high to Young. Young over to Roberts. Ahmad Roberts against Seamus Fines. Head and shoulders move. Gets to the right elbow area. Kicks it across the Warren. Roberts on the right wing. Gets it up to Green. Green to Warren. Here's Miller over to Green on the right wing. Green passes out to Roberts. Top of the key. 3.5 to go. Wildwood by 1. Warren on the right side. Up top to Young. Now it's Roberts between the 2 circles against Seamus Fines. Roberts backs it away. Roberts lobs to Young on the right wing. Young brings it back out. Dribble handoff with Warren. Warren kicks. Here's Young. Left side to Roberts. Roberts holding. Roberts backs away. Out to Miller. Inside 3 minutes to go. Wildwood by 1. They lob to Green. Green in the corner to Miller. Up top to Roberts. Roberts backs it away. Roberts, right side, baseline drive. Passes in the post. Jump hook is good by Colby Miller.
You talk about patience too, Brian. The Chargers come out of that timeout, and man, they showed great patience offensively.
McNeil lost it, and we're going to have a jump ball possession to Timber Creek. Buddy, Wildwood's got 3 timeouts. When Timber Creek showed that press, Wildwood should have immediately taken a timeout there.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And Timber Creek has used 4 of their 5 timeouts. So in a play like that where the ball's on the floor, they can't call. They could, but they can't. They should not call a timeout. But they had the possession in their favor, like you always talk about.
Miller with the basketball for Timber Creek. Across the division line. Goes to Roberts. Roberts against Miles. Flips it out high to Warren. Warren. Off to Roberts again. Roberts. 2 minutes to go. Timber Creek by 1. Warren. Out to Miller. Now it's Roberts on the left side. Holding the dribble against Miles. Roberts passes to Green. Green in the post, and he's fouled.
Wow, what a strong move, too. And again, Brian, the patience on offense in that half-court set gets Timber Creek the ball down to Green. Green's a left-hander. He gets it on the left side of the rim. He draws that foul on Claudio. And Miguel picks up his first, team's 4th.
Green at the line for 2. First one is no good. He's 0 for 3 from the line. 1:45 to go. Green to this point has been held to 12. He has been in foul trouble. He came into the game averaging 27. Second one is also no good. McNeil the rebound. McNeil back to Fines. Fines doubled, got it to McNeil. That's not a good call. That's not backcourt. McNeil got a foot into the front court. The second foot does not have to establish. Wow.
Well, nonetheless, it's a turnover, and now Timber Creek will get the ball back.
Wow.
Coach Scott McCracken is livid.
All McNeil has to do there is get 1 foot down before he touches the ball, and I thought he did. His other foot's in the air. Once he gets 1 foot down, he has front court status. Timeout on the floor. 1:38 to go. 54-53. Timber Creek on top. And Timber Creek will have the ball. Wildwood, buddy, still has 2 fouls to give before they go to the 1-and-1.
And you know, one of the assistant coaches has got to be aware of that, and it has to be telling, you know, the Warriors, especially those that aren't in foul trouble. I mean, you don't want Fines or McNeil to be the one fouling, but you got plenty of other guys. Deontay's only has 1 personal. Ernie Triano has none. Junior Hans 2. Miguel Claudio 1, and Greg Mitchell. He has no personal fouls. So, yes, and you got to be aware of that because valuable time can tick off that clock. 54-53. Timber Creek on top. 1:38 to play here in the 4th quarter.
All right, so Timber Creek will have it. Out of the timeout. Roberts to inbound. Gets it into Young. Young back to Roberts. Roberts doubled. Flips it over to Miller. Miller goes over to Warren. Warren is fouled by Miles. Coach Scott McCracken wanted a walk. I didn't see that, but he may have had a different angle than we did.
But the bottom line is
they needed a different angle than we did.
Yeah, but they needed to foul.
Right.
Now they got 5 team fouls. Miles, that's his 2nd.
They get it into Murray. Nearly stolen away by Miles. That's going to go out of bounds off of Timber Creek. Wow, 1:22 to go. Wildwood trailing by 1.
Wildwood has 2 timeouts left. Timber Creek 1.
Greg Mitchell, high post area, back to Fines, over to Claudio. McNeil, 3 in the corner. Short, rebound Greg Mitchell, out to Miles. Miles into the paint, to the basket, scooping right up is good.
That was a great move. Again, great body control of Deontay Miles.
Wildwood by 1, inside a minute to go. Roberts, down the lane. 35. Miles to the basket. Floater is good.
Wow, what a tough shot.
Timeout Wildwood. And they have a 57-56 lead with 35 seconds to go. I think there was a lot of contact there, buddy, on that shot by Miles. I actually think it was a good no call. Miles had let the ball go, and then there was contact, and the players went to the floor. And with 35 seconds left, Wildwood will have a 1-point lead at 57-56 when we come out of this timeout. What a basketball game in the inaugural Tri-County Conference Tournament. It was created by COVID, buddy. Let's hope when we get back to normal, the Tri-County Conference keeps this thing going.
Well, yes, absolutely.
And they've been talking about it for years, so you would hope that they do. This is the perfect year to implement it.
They wanted to piggyback off the Cape Atlantic League tournament because they saw the success the Cape Atlantic League was having with their end of the season tournament. I mean, the semifinals, quarterfinals, there were all types of games that were sold out.
Right. So it's 57-56 Wildwood, 35 seconds to go. Give you a little game reset here. Wildwood still has a foul to give before the bonus, and the possession arrow is in Wildwood's favor. Wildwood has 2 timeouts remaining, and Timber Creek has 1.
They just called their fourth.
I'm sorry, so they have 1 timeout remaining, Wildwood. Each team with 1. Here's Warren with it. Warren across the division line. Takes it to the right wing. And Timber Creek calls another timeout.
And that's their last timeout. Coach, we're going
to keep it here. I don't really understand that timeout, buddy.
No, after you're
why would you call the one before this? Wildwood scored. If this is what you were going to do, inbound it, bring it to half court, call timeout.
Right, I agree.
So Timber Creek just really wasted a timeout. Well, and now they don't have any left.
And Wildwood gave them that opportunity when they scored and called the timeout. They could have and should have probably have set that play up then, but nonetheless, 30 seconds left. Timber Creek trails by 1.
And 30 seconds exactly left, as Buddy said. And Wildwood or Timber Creek, the winner of this game, again, will host the Tri-County Conference Championship game because Overbrook beat Deptford in the other semifinal in an upset. Deptford was the top seed, and they were undefeated on the season.
And that's what makes these tournaments so exciting too, Brian. It's a second season for a lot of teams. And, you know, if you weren't happy with the way things went during the regular season, you have an opportunity to do something special. Yeah, and obviously Overbrook did.
But remember, Wildwood could gamble here a little bit because they have a foul to give. Wanted to inbound. Looking, gets it up high to Roberts. Roberts back to Warren. Warren lost the dribble, got it to Roberts. 24 seconds to go. Roberts with it. Flips it over to Miller. Miller on the left wing, 15 seconds to go. Miller holding, got it to Green. Green over to Roberts. 12 seconds to go. In the corner to Young. Back to Roberts. Roberts, 18-footer is short. Seamus finds the rebound and lets it down on St. Miles. He'll go to the basket. This is important, buddy. You have Miles can end the game with a free throw.
Absolutely.
Wildwood has a foul to give if he misses it. Although with 1.5 seconds left, this is a great timeout by Scott McCracken here. Settle his team down. Well, I'll tell you, buddy, Wildwood's half-court defense in this fourth quarter has been tremendous.
Well, they've held Timber Creek to 8 points in this quarter. And as you said, Brian, it's a good effort. And, you know, again, Austin Green, he only scored 2 points in the quarter. He only scored 4 points in the second half. Here's a guy that averages over 27 points a game.
Right.
So you talk about keeping him in check. He also averages almost 15 rebounds. And tonight, as of right now, he's got 5 rebounds. So Wildwood did a good job of focusing and being aware of where he was out there on that floor.
59-56, 1.5 seconds to go. Out of the timeout, Deontay Miles will try to complete a three-point play with a free throw. I think Wildwood should put one player in the lane spaces, but they're not. They have a foul to give. Wildwood should put a player in the lane spaces, but they have all 4 players back.
Well, they know Deontay's going to knock it down.
Miles a one free throw to complete the three-point play with 1.5 to go. Free throw is good. That'll end it. 60-56. Warren from half court is no good, and Wildwood will play for the Tri-County Conference Championship game on Friday at home as they upset Timber Creek 60-56. And what great sportsmanship by Rich Bold. He went right to Marion McNeil to shake his hand and give him a hug.
Yeah,
Good effort by Wildwood and Timber Creek in this game. But Wildwood pulls away and wins it 60-56. They will play at home on Friday against Overbrook, and we will have it for you on 98.7 The Coast. We will take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back to try to sort